While Bitcoin has been declared dead many times, there was actually one time that Bitcoin came close to dying for real. Stay tuned to learn about what was perhaps the most devastating bug Bitcoin has ever faced. On September 17, 2018, an anonymous reporter found a critical bug in Bitcoin's validation software, Bitcoin Core. This bug was reported to Bitcoin Core developers as a denial-of-service bug that allowed miners to shut down parts of the Bitcoin network by attempting a double-spending transaction in a certain way. Although the bug was found in the later half of 2018, the vulnerability wasn't exactly new, having been introduced over a year ago in the 0.14 version of the Bitcoin Core software that was released in March 2017. Developers promptly released a patch within 24 hours and urged miners and node operators to update their software as soon as possible. And by September 20th, most miners and node operators updated their software and the vulnerability was patched. Whew, dodged a bullet there, right? Well, apparently it wasn't a bullet at all. It was more like a bomb diffused with a roll of duct tape and a prayer. As it turns out, the Bitcoin Core developers had made a discovery after receiving the initial bug report, learning that the same bug had a second vulnerability which could undermine Bitcoin's very foundations. According to the official full disclosure report of the bug and fix published by Bitcoin Core developers on September 20, 2018, miners that attempted double spending could cause nodes running the 0.14 version of the Bitcoin Core software to crash. However, under specific conditions, nodes that ran the 0.15 to 0.16.2 versions of the software wouldn't crash, but actually recognize the double spending transaction as a valid transaction. This meant that the bug could have allowed an attacker to create an unlimited amount of new Bitcoin out of thin air, bypassing the 21 million supply limit. So the implications of this bug could have been disastrous for Bitcoin, as one of its key features is to prevent double spending. Due to the unimaginable consequences of such an exploit, the developers decided to keep this aspect of the bug a secret until they could fix the vulnerability and push out the patched software. Fortunately, it seems that there weren't any attempts to exploit the bug before its discovery and fix. According to one of Bitcoin Core's developers, Peter Willa, full nodes running the new version of the software would have been able to detect suspicious activity as it checks the entire history of the blockchain. However, what if the bug was exploited before the fix was rolled out? The good news is that even in the worst-case scenario that attackers had managed to exploit this bug fully, the damage could be rolled back. This is seen in the value overflow incident back in 2010, when someone exploited a bug that allowed them to create 184 billion BTC out of thin air. In just 5 hours, a soft fork was rolled out, which basically rolled back the Bitcoin blockchain back to the state before it was exploited, while implementing new code that patched the overflow bug. As Bitcoin runs on code, bugs are an unavoidable aspect of its ecosystem. However, being the largest open-source blockchain allows developers all over the world to scrutinize its code, leading to quicker bug detection and patching compared to closed-source systems. And it seems like that has saved Bitcoin for now. Hey, if you found this video interesting, you should check out our video on whether Bitcoin would survive against quantum computers right here.